Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Today is August 23rd, 2014. I believe it's Wednesday because yesterday was Tuesday, and I didn't get that right yesterday, but I did get it right today. So it's hard to keep track sometimes. Good afternoon. My name's Rex Harris. It's great to see you here. I've got some cool people here with us here today that are going to be sharing some things with you as well, who are part of our Mojo marketing team and are branching out across the internet, carrying on the vision of being able to provide all of the information and training that we can to help as many people become full-time home business owners as possible and begin to make an impact on the world and bring people to a place where they can start to find financial freedom in their lives. With me today, I have Laura McCarthy here. We have James Winfield here, and I believe that would be Arthur there. Good afternoon, Arthur. Great to have you with us here today. So what I'm going to do this afternoon is just kind of go through the group here and have them share with you a little bit about their experience since they've been part of our team, what they've learned, what they've applied, and the type of results that they've seen from that. So with that, we're going to go ladies first. We're going to start with Laura McCarthy. And Laura, great to have you here this afternoon. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic as always, Rex. Thanks for having me, and it's been wonderful to be a part of the Mojo marketing team since the end of March now, and I've seen some great things happen in my business since starting. All the things that I'm learning, every time I learn something, I take it and I go out and apply it, and then I notice things don't happen automatically. But little by little, things are starting to build up, and I've noticed, my presence online is growing. I'm getting more and more people attracted to me, and it's great.
So, Laura, you're someone who has been at this for a while now, and you've experienced some successes and you've experienced some frustrations. I'm going to kind of call on you today to share some of the frustrations that you've experienced, that you've shared with us openly and shared with other people, because I think it's important for people to know that there are going to be times in the process of this where you may get frustrated, and things are going to challenge you, and it's going to test your resolve doing this. So if you would, Laura, share with us what some of the greatest challenges have been for you so far in your journey as an internet marketer.
Well, some of the biggest things is definitely mindset. Like, you have to go out and know in your mind that you're going to be a success, because as soon as you get in that back of your head like this isn't going to work, then that's what's going to happen. It's not going to work. And I found that as soon as I start getting that little tidbit of doubt in my mind, then that's when things start to go downhill. And then, the other big thing is, not having like a mega advertising resources. Like, I have had to go and, do very small solo ads, very small advertising, because I'm retired military. My income, I'm on a fixed income, and I know there's a lot of other people that are out there, but there's resources and things that we've been training on that will help people do things with free methods. And that is why being part of this team has been such an outstanding help for me, is because I know I can go out there with my limited budget and still make things happen. I still get frustrated sometimes, but then I still tell myself, at every little step that I take is going to get me in the direction that I want to go, as long as I keep doing it.
I think, for myself, one of the greatest challenges that I've faced is understanding that not everything that I do is going to produce results immediately. There are times where I am testing new things and I am learning something new, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go my way the first time. I think this happens a lot, especially with advertising. Now, you've been down that road, Laura. You've had the marketing systems, you've done the advertising, you've experienced that. What is it now that's making a difference for you, just based on the conversation we had earlier, where you're actually starting to advertise, you're seeing some options, you're getting results? I mean, has it been the system? Has it been a combination of variables? I mean, what's been the biggest difference between, where you were like 60 days ago and where you are now?
The fact that I'm actually going out and, taking a strategy that, that you've shown us and doing it immediately and not waiting and sitting there and going, oh, okay, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can put my face on a video. I don't know if I can just take the time to go and do it. It's just saying, you know what? He showed us how to do that this morning. I'm going to go out, if I have to step away for 5 minutes, go outside and shoot a 30-second video and, hurry up and do a splash thing and get it out there. It's a matter of getting my presence out there and showing people this is me, this is who I am, and you know what, this is my personality and this is the type of person I am, and getting it out there. And, Rex, we can advertise Rex's trainings all day long, and we can advertise him and, the Mojo marketing team, but until you put your face on it and until you brand yourself, it's not going to make a world of difference. Because, as I've noticed in the last 60 days, as I've been doing my 90 Days of Truth videos, as I've been doing just, a few little how to upload a document to Google Document, little miniature training videos, just by doing little tiny things with myself and showing people this is who I am, this is how I can help you, that's what makes the world a difference, is putting yourself out there. And that's, to tell you the truth, everybody, that's what's going to make it. And that's the difference that I've noticed, is by putting my face on stuff instead versus Rex's story versus Bob's story versus Diana's story. By putting my story and my face on things, that's what's making the difference.
That's exactly it. And that's a challenging thing for a lot of people to step into. It was a challenging thing for me to step into when it was first presented to me that, you need to start putting your story out there. You need to start, doing some videos and just, leading from the front. And, that was not a comfortable thing for me at all. And, by God's amazing grace, I've got a fantastic mentor in Darren Little, who I'm not going to say encouraged me, but basically broke his foot off in my ass. I mean, there's not a lot of encouragement. I mean, it's a power form of encouragement when it comes from Darren Little. It's like, dude, get your head out of your butt and let's get this done, and let's get it done right. Do what it is that you need to do. So when I made that decision, and I started doing this about 8.5 years ago, and started doing the free workshops and started, doing online events where people could come and learn from me and see what it was that I was doing and take whatever they could glean from that and then go apply it to their business. That's when I really started to see some things transform. And this is how you begin to develop a following, because if you look at any of the top marketers in our industry, whether it's Dave Wood, whether it's Vic Strizhouse or Michelangelo Lopez or Frank Kern or Mike Dillard or any of these other guys that are out there, building, building a big business utilizing the internet. All of these guys lead from the front. They lead with video, they collect email addresses, and they cultivate a following, and that's how they do what they do. And this is a challenging thing for a lot of internet marketers to understand, because what I can tell you based from experience is there really isn't getting in and just riding on someone's coattails. Okay, you have to come in, learn this stuff, and be willing to implement it, and be willing to become a student of the game, become a quick study. When you learn things, apply them immediately, test them, even if all you have is $10 to get an account at Splash Wizard to build a capture page, use your autoresponder, and buy a $7.95 solo ad on Active Safe List. Even if that's all you have, do that. Start there, because that's what's going to give you the opportunity to see some results and begin to get a feel for how this is done. I mean, you can put YouTube video out there for free. You can do Hangouts for free. You can share those in the social media and cultivate a file that way as well, and collect email addresses doing that. So there's always a way. And that way is going to be paved with the knowledge that you absorb and that you apply. That's going to be key. So, Laura, thank you. We'll get back to you here in a moment. I want to go next here to James Winfield. James is one of those guys who has embraced, what it is that we've been sharing with him. When James and I first met, he shared a video on the internet, and he asked me to be brutally honest about it, and I was brutally honest about it. I was tactful, at least I hope, but he embraced what I shared with him that day, and has been working on developing his presence ever since. And I saw some of the graphics that this guy is sharing on Facebook today, and they're amazing. I mean, just the professional quality and stuff, and the brand that he's developing. So, James, if you would, sure, just share with us a little bit about what your experience has been like here, over the last 60 to 90 days. What are some of the challenges that you faced? How did you overcome them, and how did you get where you are right now?
Okay. Well, I would say, let's see, about about 90 days ago, I didn't really have a clue as far as how how to actually build my own business, and most importantly, putting myself out there. Um, I would say that that over the last, I would say, about a month and a half or so, I have built a huge following, and the way that I've done that is actually starting to actually put things out there that are high quality content. I I don't post anything, as far as far as my business. I so Well, for me, the only thing that I do is I offer people help for for those who actually want it. I would say probably, or that within the last week, I have actually had a total of actually 5 or 10 people from from Facebook actually call me and ask me for help. That alone has been huge.
And that's what's going to cultivate a following for people, is leading with service. I know when we talk about this, a lot of people think that this is well, Rex, that's the slow road. I need to make money now. How do I go out and make money now on the internet? Because a lot of people have it programmed in their brain that the key to making money now is to take an ad and go out there and plaster it everywhere about their business, and that's not it. Building a business on the internet is about cultivating relationships. And the easiest way for me to cultivate relationships is to utilize the video media like we have with the Hangouts here, workshops, webinar rooms, that type of thing, collect email addresses, and then invite people to these events. That's been what has been probably the most successful marketing strategy I've used over the last 8.5 years. And I finally just got to the point where I kind of had this wake-up call. It's like, dude, wake up. You know what works. Just do this and do it every day. And that's what I started doing. And lo and behold, that's when I started to see things really transform with my business. That's when other, internet marketers in the industry, that I've known for quite some time, started reaching out to me. And now the opportunity to work with some really cool people, travel to some events, get to know some of the top marketers in this industry, learn from them, and apply what it is that they're teaching. So the more that you're willing to just step up and step out and just do whatever it is that you have to do, put in whatever time it is that you can put in, and understand that there's going to be a period of sacrifice that you put forth in order to make this happen. I know a lot of people are affectionately referring to this now as beast mode, but that's basically what it is. It's a 90-day period where you go out and it's just ruthless aggression for 90 days, doing content, building your list, doing videos, connecting with people. There's a couple of different ways to do it. Conversational marketing is a very, very effective way if you want to chat with people in the social media, very low-cost method of marketing. But, for a guy like me that's as aggressive as I am, I want to build big, I want to build fast, and I want to build now. And that's a big part of the reason why I've embraced, the video media online and combined that with email marketing. Because, I mean, just today, just as a demonstration, let me give you guys an example of this. I had this, I had people tell me all the time, when it comes to safe list, safe list marketing doesn't work anymore. People don't pay attention to what's going on the safe list. Nobody's really paying attention to what's going on. Well, I've got news for you. I've got an inbox full of proof here this afternoon that testifies otherwise. With a lead capture system that I developed earlier this week. And the key to this, and I'm going to show you two different, this is a split test that I ran just to show you here. Okay, this is a lead capture page targeting safe list marketers through the safe lists with video engagement on the capture page. And then here I have one, okay, with no video engagement on the capture page running to the same traffic resources. Okay, now let's look at the difference in the numbers. Okay, this is the one here with no engagement whatsoever over a period. This is where the engagement on the thank you page, but no engagement on the capture page. Okay, and this is over a period of, I mean, a solid week here. Okay, and this is in about 4 hours since we launched this system this morning and started running traffic through it. Okay, so I mean, you can already see if we take that and multiply it by 7, and like I said, we're just getting started here. Multiply that by over a period of 7 days, with that video engagement on the front page. I mean, it's almost double the results. And like I said, we're just getting started. This is just one of the contact solos that we bought on a long list of safe lists out there today. Now, the one thing that you have to take into consideration when you're marketing to the safe lists in this manner is that, when you look at the tracking, and I'll go over here and log in real quick to show you the tracking here. Tabio Toolbox has their server issue resolved from this morning. It looks like it's functioning better now. Because everything basically is determined or measured in today's internet marketing place by clicks. So this is the solo ad that we ran today from Free Safe List Mailer, which is showing 509 clicks on that link. Which you think, well, geez, out of 509 clicks, 14 really isn't all that impressive. We got to take into consideration that I only paid $25 for that campaign, and I've already gotten 14 clicks where I could go buy a solo ad from a solo ad provider and pay 37 to 87 cents per click and maybe get 47 to 60 opt-ins. So by the time, I mean, I'm at 509 right now, by the time I get to 10,000 clicks, if I'm already at 14 there, I mean, all I got to, even if I just multiply that, by a factor of 4, I mean, that's only, within 2,000 clicks on that, I'm on pace to do, 56 total opt-ins for $25. Okay, and the reason that I'm doing this is because I'm building segmented lists where I want lists of internet marketers. I'm actually going to be doing segmented lists where I'm collecting email addresses of people in specific business opportunities as well. And I don't care if there's only a dozen of them. Okay, as long as they're continually flowing in and I continue to share value with those people, that's going to continue to cultivate that relationship and keep people coming to these workshops plugged in and growing. And that's the key to this, because what I've learned more than anything in that period of time is that, what I give is going to determine, how people respond to me when I share something with them that has a price tag on it, whether it's a business opportunity, whether it's a product like Splash Wizard that we've been talking about, whether it's a training platform, whatever it may be. If you've cultivated that trust with people and you're buying it, guess what? There's going to be a high percentage of them that want to buy it as well, because you've earned their trust. You've shown them through the workshops, through the training, through the videos that you're promoting, just like you and Michelle and that team have been doing, Laura. You know, I mean, you guys have seen the following that you've created. I mean, James going out there sharing value and seeing the following that he's created. There's going to come a point in time where that following is going to convert to money, and it's going to happen a lot faster that way than it is to go out and just continually beat ads, you know, in people's face, because everybody's doing that and it doesn't work. So building that relationship and getting that following, just like James said, very, very important. So Arthur, do you have your microphone on, sir?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So let's go over here and talk to Arthur for a minute. Arthur, you've been coming to our workshops now for quite some time. Share with us what the experience has been like and what you've been able to take from this so far and apply to what you're doing on the internet.
Well, so far I've been using the MLN run almost daily. I have been able to build that up to a little over 1,000 at this point, using 4 solo ads, through 3 of them through Ruth Brown. The only frustrating part about it is, while you were getting sales, I was getting no sales, but I was getting people. But I'm still have a strong feeling that they will eventually turn into something.
Now, have you actually done any broadcasts to that list yet using Response Magic and invited people to any of the workshops like we've talked about?
Continually. I have invited people at least 3 or 4 times last week, usually to once you give me a list of what people are going to do, I try to give them base the invite on whether it's email marketing, IBO toolbox, or whatever it might be on, or if you give a specific story, I try to use that as a come on in the subject line and then build it from there.
Gotcha.
So most of the time, I mean, I have been trying to use IBO Toolbox like other people are using Facebook. I have been going through and trying to friend everybody who's new, talk to them, give them a pep talk, don't spam them. And I'm getting response. I look for people who need help, and they are coming back to me and asking for more help. So trying to build relationships there.
And that's it. Again, it goes back, and you've heard it come from all 3 people here today, guys and gals. That word keeps coming up over and over again, the relationships. And again, I know when you hear forming relationships, the human mind is automatically conditioned to go into that, time-consuming thought processes. When you think about forming a relationship, you think about maybe the dating process or making a new friend, and that takes time. And there is a period of time that this does take, but most of that is within the learning curve. And as long as you're consistently doing the right things every day, this is what's going to bring about the conversion for you, is doing those right things consistently on a daily basis. So I'm going to jump back to Laura here real quick. Now, Laura, what would you, I mean, let's, you know, out of the things that you've learned here recently, you know, what are some of the things that you could share with people today to bring some value to the workshop that they can be doing right now to start, you know, moving themselves forward, you know, not only, you know, developing their presence online, you know, creating a following, but also at the same point in time getting to a point where they're in a position that they can start generating some income, you know, through, you know, personal recruiting, and like you're doing there through the development of their own product. I mean, how can they get that ball rolling?
You want me to show like what I've done with my marketing systems and things like that?
Sure, absolutely. Share your desktop, whatever you'd like to do.
Okay, let's do that. actually don't have it open right now, but I'll get it open. Can you see it? Or is it small?
I can see it.
Okay. So what I did, I actually did one for traffic exchanges today. Basic same principle like Rex showed this morning with a video. And it's just, here, I'll let you guys look at so you can see my video.
Hey, Laura McCarthy here, and I know that you're busy clicking for credits right now, but I'm going to stop you and be brief and let you know that if you enter your information in the box below, I'm going to show you a simple way to where you can create a complete marketing system to get you better results with what you're doing right now. And with that, I'm going to say thanks, and we'll see you on the inside.
So that's the first page, and then if they enter, they're going to get they're going to go to the same engagement page, which is going to be, they're going to get another video. And, you know, I said, please check your video for your email. I have another video, and basically I have another video that says, you know, thank you for spending some time, like Rex showed us how to do. And I just, you know, tell them, you know, our team is dedicated to help you to create a full-time income from home. I direct them to go to their email, which in Aweber, I have actually created a segmented list for traffic exchange and safe lists, these are the people that are only going to come from those two marketing systems. And to see the follow-up series for that list, I only have 3 messages in there right now, but right now I have from Laura your video and workshop schedule. And, you know, I wrote I guess I got to click at it. I wrote the message to, you know, I said, I just wanted to say thanks again for taking the time today to watch my video. I know that your time is valuable. As promised, here's a training video on a step-by-step guide on how to use Splash Wizard. If you want to get Splash Wizard, you can get that here. And then I gave credit to Rex because he's the one that did the step-by-step video. And then we both, meaning me and Rex, both have the belief that people should get the information they need to build a business from home, and no one should have to pay an arm or leg for it. I also believe that creating the time and money freedom that so many want should be within reach. With that being said, our team hosts a series of free workshops where you can learn everything from conversational marketing, email marketing, mindset training, video marketing, how and where to advertise, and more. Then I give them the schedule, the link to access, and then if at any time you have questions or need help, feel free to give me a call. See you on the workshops, and then I give them my phone number. And so that's the very first message they get from me, where they get their free video to show how to set up, you know, Splash Wizard and create their marketing system like the one I just did. And so that's, you know, that's what I did there. I have now that, you know, that's one of the very simple ones. I have another one that's set up for Facebook free training that actually goes to a different system altogether, that one that Michelle Grigsby, another member on our team, is doing, and she's also one of the legends in the back office as well as Rex. And then, so $250 in 2 hours using Facebook and other free methods. I'll show you how for free, simple step-by-step guidelines, additional training at your disposal, enter your best email. And when they go here, instead of going to an engagement page within Splash Wizard, they're actually going to be taken here to my thank you page on my website, where I have another video here. You know, it's still a thank you engagement page, and it has a video.
Hi, my name is Laura McCarthy, and I just want to say thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this video. You can go ahead and put your wallet away because I'm not going to ask you to buy anything. I just want to share a couple of things with you. I want to share with you why I am a network marketer. I believe in the power of family. I believe that people should be at home with their children. I myself just retired from the Army, and I enjoy being at home with my kids. And, they're on summer break from school right now, and I don't have to send them to daycare. I get to stay at home with them full time. So, this is why I do what I do, and I want to be able to do that all the time. And I want to be able to share that with other people. I want to show other people how they can do the same thing. And my team, we also do that. We show people how they can get that same freedom and how they can do that with their own primary businesses. We actually host 11 free workshops a week where you can actually look over our shoulder.
When you get the basic idea with what I did with the video, and then on my thank you page, I direct them, make sure they check their email, and then within their email, they're going to get actually a 7-day free Facebook boot camp on Facebook marketing and how to set up a fan page and such. So that's just another marketing system that I have set up. But once again, the power of having a video and having your face on things, can't stress enough, because you're creating the relationship with people and showing them, hey, here I am, I'm a real person, and I'm going to show you how to do these things. I'm going to be here with you step by step. Is that what you're looking for, Rex?
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, that just shows me that you've taken what you've learned and embraced it and gone out there and applied it, and that's the key to getting results. And from there, it's just a matter of perfecting your craft, continuing to stay the course, do what it is you do every day, and you just I mean, Laura will testify to this, you just get better and better at doing it. Because I mean, back when I first started doing video, I mean, it was horrible. I was nervous. I mean, I didn't like doing it, but I did it anyway because I knew I needed to do it, and I just kept doing it, and I'd get a little better at it and a little better at it, and eventually you become, just with practice and by default, a good communicator. So James, if you would please, sir, share with us some of the things that you've been doing out there. Maybe share some of those graphics that you made there. I've been seeing on Facebook. Those are some great looking graphics, man. Share with people what you got going on there.
Okay. Actually,
you know how to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me go over screen share. Okay. Where is it?
It's the third button down from the. There you go.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Let me see here. Well, for me, let me see where the banners go. With my graphics, if I can pull the file up here. Hold on just a second. Okay. There it is, Google Drive. Work. Pictures. Okay. Facebook banner. Okay. All right. This banner here
We got
a
black screen there, James. We're not
got a black
seeing
screen.
anything. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Let me go back. Let's try it again. Screen share. Okay. There.
There you go. That's the one I saw there today.
Okay.
That's a great graphic.
Thank you. This banner, I actually made it on. I think it was the name of the website is I believe it was titled Fotor, F-O-T-O-R, and basically, so what I do is I go on there and and I can actually build all of these banners that honestly that are free, that they don't cost me a dime. So what I do with these banners is I will post these in inside of a lot of the Facebook groups, basically. Putting out there that if there are if there's somebody out there who's actually having a hard time with their business, you can see down here at the bottom left if they want help, that they can contact me or directly. And for me, another way that I help people. The black screen. Is I have. Where did it go? Let me see if it's here. Okay. Disappeared. Okay. Let's see if I can bring it up now. Hold on just a moment. There we go. YouTube. Okay. On my, I have also started a YouTube channel, basically showing everybody what you know, um, a bunch of different ways that they can actually build their business. You see, I think that one of them that a lot of people like. As you can see, this one has the most views on my channel. Is actually how to generate their own traffic to their for their business. This is actually a little loud, but basically in the video, I actually show them how to actually drive traffic to it through solo ads or through another thing that I do is I like to actually post a video of of a lot of other things that I've learned over the last 2 or 3 months, and then offer to everybody those exact same tools for absolutely free. So for me, that I'd say that yesterday, I'm alone. I actually had about I believe it was a total of 6 people actually contact me and actually opt in onto my list, so they can be invited to our team workshops. So for me, that's actually worked out absolutely great.
Yeah, you got a great thing going there, man. Keep it up, because your branding spectacular. The quality of your video intro there, the quality of your graphics. I mean, dude, that's really good stuff. That's even probably better quality than I put out there. I mean, quite honestly, I mean it's really good. So definitely keep that up, because it's like the old adage goes. You don't ever get a second chance to make a good impression, and that's coming out of the gates like he did and taking the advice that he was given, when it was given to him, and applying it is what's getting him to where he is now. Because I was looking at his posts on Facebook today. I mean, he puts a post out there and people are responding to his posts. They're reaching out to him and he's able to engage. And ladies and gentlemen, that's where getting signups in your business starts. I'll have to call them back. So yeah, that's where it begins. And again, it goes back to what we had said here earlier, cultivating those relationships. The big difference, for most people rests in the marketing strategy that is a best fit for them. Is it conversational? Is it talking on the phone? Is it chatting with people? Is it email marketing? Making that decision, just kind of formulating what your daily plan of action is. Are you going to do video? Are you going to incorporate video into email marketing? What is it that you do? What is it that you enjoy doing? Because I really enjoy doing the videos, putting the marketing systems together, sending them out there, seeing the opt-ins come into my list, sending the broadcast, sharing the value in my videos, and bringing people to the workshops. That's what I enjoy doing most. I would prefer to communicate with people this way than to talk on the phone all day long. If I've got to talk on the phone, if I've got to dial for dollars, I will talk on the phone and I will dial for dollars. But, if you look at the and not to beat a dead horse here, but if you look at what the most successful marketers on the internet have done, the majority of them are people who have leveraged email and video media. That's what they've done. I mean, I think back to Empower Network with Dave and Dave. I think probably the greatest example of how to do this came from, early on in Empower Network with those simple little lead capture pages where people opted in, and boom, there's Dave Sharp sharing his story about where he came from. It was emotional, it was powerful, it would grab people, and then they went into sharing what the vision was for Empower Network, and they have built a massive company there. And today, and people can say whatever it is that they want to say about Empower Network. It was an object lesson in the right way to set up an email marketing funnel. And those people that go out there and replicate that to the best of their abilities, these are the ones that are getting the results. I mean, if you look at all of the top leaders that have come out of there, Mike Hobbs, Vic Strizhaus, both of those guys, Chris Jones, they've all taken and formulated their own marketing systems. And they utilize video in those marketing systems to communicate with people. Okay, I mean, it's a system that has proven itself to work over and over and over again. Okay, and you can do it with something as simple, and this is why I just love this thing. I've been spending a bunch of time in here this week. This little tool called Splash Wizard. You saw Laura using it today, you saw me using it, and you saw James using it. Okay, this is a little $9.95 per month investment in your business that works with pretty much any autoresponder you're already using. And it makes it super easy for you to set up and create these little marketing systems. You can create your lead capture page, you can create your thank you page, you can direct people wherever it is that you want to direct them after they have subscribed to your list. I mean, it is just, it's a fantastic little system, and it's a great way to collect email addresses and begin building those relationships with people through the consistent sharing of value. And let me just kind of give you an idea of how this works. People subscribe to, and this is the one I'm running on the safe list right now, people subscribe here, and then they land on this page here. Okay, and this is video number 1 of the 2 videos that I promised them. Okay, and the second video that I promised them is sent to them via email through a follow-up. When they opt in, it just says, hi, name, it's Rex, here's the video I promised you. I mean, it's really pretty simple. You can see out of all the subscribers that have come into this today, all 18 of these have been opened. Okay, and these links are getting clicked, and people are coming to the workshops, and they're going through and they're watching the videos, and I can tell just because, I mean, these are brand new videos on YouTube, guys and gals, no joke. Take a look at this. You talk about the power of being able to leverage your list to get more traffic from YouTube. Okay, simple videos right here. Okay, and this is, what's today? Today's the 23rd, okay? This was a video I put out 2 days ago, 170 views. This is the video from last night, 111 views already. Okay, this is the one from our workshop today. And this video is crap, okay? I had internet issues and everything else through the whole thing. Already at 47 views, okay, targeting the key phrase Splash Wizard. Why did I do that? Because this marketing system is going to be huge, and people are going to gravitate to it. And, boom, now we've got the first 2 positions here on YouTube under Splash Wizard, which is going to generate and create traffic for us as well. Okay, because all of this matters. This leads back to fan pages. This leads back to capture pages. This leads back to where people can take action and get that Splash Wizard. And all of this stems from just taking a few minutes to share some of your time with people and share with them, like we're doing this afternoon, what we're learning. Take what you're doing and share it. I mean, obviously you don't want to violate any non-disclosure agreements. I mean, if you've bought training that you're not supposed to share, obviously you don't want to share that. But so much of this training can be found for free on the internet now. I mean, good grief. Google Frank Kern's name, Google Mike Dillard's name, Google Dave Wood's name, Google my name, Google Darren Little's name. I mean, there is so much quality free training on the internet today that most anybody that knows how to do a basic search for some of the biggest names in the industry, you guys are going to learn some amazing stuff out there that's going to help you propel your business forward. I mean, there's training on mechanics, there's training on mindset, there's training on personal development, there's training, some fantastic training out there from Frank Kern on email marketing. That's some of the best email marketing training I've ever seen, just in terms of cultivating that relationship with your list. Okay, so take advantage of these resources that are available to you and make a commitment to yourself and to your family to become a student of the game. Master your craft. I mean, that is so important that you embrace what it is that you're doing and make your business a priority, not a hobby. If there's any advice I could give to anyone in that regard, take your business seriously. Learn from the people that are out there and replicate to the best of your ability exactly what they are doing. Okay, I actually had a phone conversation with Ryan Gunnis this morning, who's the owner of MLM Recruit on Demand, and one of the things that I told him today, I think one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of internet marketers make is apologizing to people because some of this stuff costs money. Well, you know what? Business costs money, life costs money. That's just the way that it is. There's tools and resources you're going to have that cost money in order to make money. You know, whether, a capture page creator. I mean, there's a couple of good free ones out there too. GetELPP.com, fantastic free splash page creator, but you're going to have your own web hosting account to utilize that, and it operates with a very minimal amount of autoresponders. GetResponse, Aweber, I think Infusionsoft, and maybe iContact were the only four that worked with. But I mean, a little $9.95 investment in your business every month. You refer two people to that thing, you're paid for, and you can do unlimited capture pages. You can share them in the social media. You can market them on the safe list, following a lot of the training that we've already put out there. If you're going to market on the safe lists, understand who you're reaching out to. If you're going to market on the traffic exchanges, talk to people where their thought processes are now. If somebody's on the traffic exchanges, what are they thinking about? Okay, usually they're thinking about traffic exchanges. They're thinking about, clicking for credits and getting more credits and stuff like that. So utilize a video to interrupt what it is that they're doing, because people will just entrance themselves, clicking for credits, keeping tabs open, going back and forth. Do some of those things that are going to, get you more quality email addresses, get the attention of the people that are out there looking for the answers to the questions and the solutions to the problems that they have. Okay, and we'll wrap up with this. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, there's 95% of the people in this industry are making $100 or less with their business every month. Most are making $0. And while for the majority of those people, it's simply because they're not taking the right action, they're trapped in fear or whatever it is, okay, there's another large percentage of people out there that want this bad, and they're waiting for someone like you to step up and share something cool with them so they can begin to learn these things, so they can begin to get to see some of the inside of what successful home business owners do to generate income, using the internet every day. So, Laura, any closing thoughts from you here today before we wrap this up?
I just want to encourage all of you guys. I know, some of you guys that have mentioned to me after workshops and stuff, oh, this is just so much information, I don't know where to start. Just find something that you resonate with, that you know that you can start with, and do it. You just have to go out and say, if you've learned the IBO toolbox strategy and you think that, you can at least go out and start conversating with people, do it. If you think that you can go out and do videos, go out and start at least with a 90 Days of Truth video. Just find one thing and go out and start doing it. Because if you just sit there in fear and go, oh man, this is just so much information, I don't know what I'm going to do, I can't wrap my head around with it, write down all the things that you've learned and start with one thing. Once you do that one thing and you've mastered it, then move on to the next thing. Because everybody learns at their own pace, and everybody is going to build their business at a different pace. But once you get through it, and once you do one little thing at a time, you're going to notice a change. It's not going to happen overnight, I'm going to tell you, it's not going to happen overnight. But when it does happen, you're going to thank yourself for it.
Very well said. Laura, Mr. Winfield, any closing thoughts from you here?
Yes, just start right now. Just I mean, you know, in Facebook or or whatever site that you like to use. Start putting out there good quality content, because it's like I said, there are people out there right now who are begging or for help. I mean, because a lot of them, their sponsors have, I mean, honestly, they have left them high and dry. And just somebody like you can reach out and help them. And that alone, over time, it's you're going to start to build a following. And then after that, next thing you know, people are going to start calling you. And then after that, next thing you know, hey, start your business, it'll start growing. I mean, really, that's all you got to do. It's just start now. Start today.
Well said. Arthur, any closing thoughts from you, sir, before we wrap this up? Got to turn on your microphone, Arthur. You're muted. There you go.
All right, Rex. I'd just like to say it's better to give than it is to receive. Something goes back to what you and Val went through 8 years ago. And I find that giving to people is going in the long run to pay off. It's a matter of just opening up and letting oneself share with what one has and do what one can to help others.
Well said, sir. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I thank you very much for your time this afternoon. For those of you that are here this afternoon and are wondering who we are, where we come from, what it is that we're doing, immediately to the right of this video there is a button, and in about 8 minutes, a gentleman like Arthur had just mentioned there, his name is Val Smith, is going to be speaking. And just to give you a basic idea of who he is, Val Smith is the guy that did for me 8 years ago what we are diligently working to do for other people. He invested an hour of his time with me one Sunday night, and that hour of time completely transformed my business. I was living in Phoenix, Arizona at that time. I was working as a block pastor for one of the major churches out there towards Scottsdale. And what a block pastor did was on the weekends and during the week, we had specific areas within the city where they were basically our mission field, and we would go and we would check on people. We would go to the mission, take them food, take them Bibles, pray with them, that type of thing. And it was very rewarding work, but unfortunately it did not pay very much. And I was in a transition, as an internet marketer. I've been doing, direct sales internet or network marketing now for about 17 years, 14 years on the internet. Over a dozen of those years have been online full-time from home in one capacity or the other, but at this point in time I happen to be working in the ministry out in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was getting back into being involved in the internet after a short period of time off, and was making the transition from basically selling advertising and promotional services all these years into MLM, network marketing, social media, and it was just something that I was not, it was not working for me. And Val shared an hour of his time with me one Sunday night that completely transformed my life forever. Thus the reason why we're continuing to do workshops, hangouts, and webinars to this day, because that Sunday night he shared with me something so simple that really began to start that transformation process. I was very aggressive as an online marketer, and he told me, Rex, he said, instead of being a go-getter, he said, become a go-giver. He said, be the Oprah. And I knew when he said that I had learned some kind of like cool guru Zen stuff, but I wasn't 100% sure what he meant. So the first thing I started thinking of was, I said, do you mean like start my own talk show? And he's like, well, he says yes, but he says, you ever notice how Oprah gives big? And I said, of course. He says, start giving big with what you do in your marketing process. He says, you know, instead of a talk show, maybe do workshops or webinars. And he started giving me this idea, and it's carried forth to this day. And I actually took what he shared with me that Sunday night, applied it immediately that night, set workshops and webinars up for that Monday, and just went out there and started giving to people based on what Val had shared with me. And that ended up generating $16,000 in sales with over $8,000 in commissions with 2 weeks with zero out-of-pocket marketing expense. Because keep in mind, I was broke at that point in time. I had to use $1,000 of my rent money just to get into that deal with Val. Okay, so I mean, you know, there's value in the knowledge that we want to share. And that little button over there says the Legends Network. And there are, I think, well over 25 successful home business owners, many of which are millionaires, who are just waiting to share with you what they do so you can go out and do those same things. And Val's going to be sharing with you in about 4 minutes how that works. So click on that button right there, pop on there, listen to what Val has to say, and we will be back here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time for another Mojo Marketing Team workshop. Until then, Arthur, James, Laura, thank you so much for your time today, guys. I appreciate your input. I'm sure there were a lot of people here that were blessed by that. Thanks to all you great people that were here today, and we will see you tomorrow morning. God bless you. Bye for now.